have the best of the best for each region also competing in this map. Bigetron, this is Nona Ambon trying to push forward and secure that kill or knockdown for Vampire, but Vampire is up. Here we have another knockdown from Kent. Kent secures that one.
Ooh!
And, oh no, here's a retaliation.
Okay, here we go. Vampire Esports doing an effective counter so far, but unfortunately, Onzen is the last member here. He's trying to cook up a nade here, going up against BTR. Oh man, I don't think he was able to at least shut down a player from BTR. Here comes Onzen again with another move, another shotgun attack. Was able to inflict some pain, and now Onzen healing himself up, just trying to prep for battle here. He's all alone. He goes in for another charger. Onzen trying to dance it off, but unfortunately, that was the end of the line for Vampire Esports. BTR emerging victorious from that fight.
And the good thing about BTR is still they have time to recuperate and resurrect or heal up. And we have still a 4-man.
Ladies and gents, and Nobu from the Kia on his knees at the moment, and also a player from Vikings seems to have been taken back to the lobby as well. Now we got Superman on the screen. Can he do this job all alone, all by himself? Or will he be facing Kryptonite coming from Kia?
So Kia with multiple players down, but they have revived one more. And Superman is all alone. Let's see if this is going to be Fortress of Solitude or is this going to be the end for the Vikings. And we have him storming over with that shotgun, but he is facing 3 players, and that is it for the Vikings. It is done. It is over. Superman has met his kryptonite.
Yeah, Chips be like, what? Who's Superman? You calling yourself Superman? I'ma send you back to the Fortress of Solitude. But anyway, back into the action. We got Bigetron by Vitality doing a massive spray up against the Savior here. Kent on the screen trying to shut down Levi's in his buggy. And now Levi's is down. 5 points in the bag. Now make that 6.
And that is proof that Mr. Kent is stronger than Superman, just at least for this game. So Kent with 3 eliminations, and that is Kia suffering the wrath. Nobu, okay, Kia can't get a break right now. They are being they're facing another siege from Hora this time, but Nobu with 3 eliminations, and Hora exits the game in the hands of Kia.
Alva cooking up a nade here up against one player coming from Call. Let's just wait for the kill feed to see if he was able to put down that player. But in the meantime, we're looking at D Savior here, last surviving member. It's 2504 again with the pseudo names here. My goodness, you guys are really making it hard for the casters to do their jobs. But anyway, Bigetron 6 elimination points. And they're looking at 2504 here, of course, to get the point from DC right now. Trying to switch angles here. But Alva, man, this guy's pretty angry with that spray. They just parked, and now they saw where Faze Clan is actually holding their ground. They do have that advantage, but let's see if Alter Ego Ares can make something out of it. You know, can they make the best out of this situation and actually accumulate some points? That is still the big question right there. But 5 in the bag for Alter Ego Ares, that is a solid performance already.
And all I can say is this map is turning out to be a surprising one. At 19 minutes, we only have 8 teams, and that is really remarkable for a Miramar map nonetheless. We have Faze Clan right now with Alter Ego entering their radar and getting seen by the Faze Clan. But the Canary is trying their best to climb up this hill to get a better vantage point as we see more teams moving into the next stage, which is stage 6. We have a minute and a half left to do that. Alpha is facing off against... so this is a Nongshim Red Force domination. We have 5 eliminations, and Beanie actually securing another one. 5 points in total for Nongshim, but here we have on the kill feed, by the way, as Alter Ego shows 5 eliminations, we have more action coming in. That's what we called out a while ago. That's Faze Clan versus Alter Ego. But now Nongshim is also part of the scuffle, being so close to the rest of the teams that are available on the map.
Man, Kia is on the roll here, Coach Abby. I mean, we're looking at 8 points already. They're currently tied up with Bigetron as well. Dewey took a shot coming from Kent of BTR. Now, I do wonder if Kent is actually the coach or Federalis himself, but we'll probably find out later. I might have to send him a message asking, okay, what is your pseudo name? Just tell me! Tell me!
Maybe because we can't tell.
We can't tell.
We
Yeah.
can't tell until we get that confirmation. So Canary right now, as I called out a while ago, they had the Alter Ego team in their sights, and that's why Alter Ego exited really quickly. But we are left with 6 teams. Imagine that, 6 teams at the 21st minute of a Miramar map, and we are headed over the hills. Everyone is trying to find a safe spot between the rocks to hide, and D plus Kia setting sight on an Alpha 7 player there, and
Ooh.
they're down. Faze Clan being attacked right here, and everyone's turned down low. But we still have 5 more seconds before the zone closes out. People are trying to heal up. Rev is down for Alpha 7. D plus Kia doing a good job putting them on the ground. Senab is down as well. All this one from the Faze Clan. And there's so much action right now. Alpha 7 left with one singular player to their name.
All right, and that would be Carillo. Okay, obviously, Faze Clan is hunting down Carillo in this situation. Just not quite sure, though, if they know exactly where Carillo is. Does he have that element of surprise? I don't think they are even aware that Carillo is just
doesn't
right
look like it.
behind them.
He's quiet right there between the car and the crevice of the rock. Kent is down. This one from Blue. Faze is being attacked also by T plus Kia, and things are happening all around Carillo, with Carillo just evading being seen, and he's prone right now, trying to crawl out. Oh no! Will Faze hear him and spot him? It looks like T plus Kia is the one that's going to spot them. Carillo doing the backstab for Canary. Canary is down because of that shotgun, and 3 people are trying to scope him out. He's here, he's and he is down. Faze secures that knockdown and kill for Alpha 7. So Alpha 7 exits as the 6th team, and we are down to our last 5 teams for match number 2.
Yo, can you imagine, like, if Carillo has a nade or a number advantage, trying to retaliate a big spray up against Faze Clan over here? So far, they do have the momentum, so big chance again for D plus Kia to secure another chicken dinner win. But as for BTR, man, they're getting picked off one by one. One of them is currently knocked down on the ground, so I do wonder if they will have time to pick up their teammate here. But as for Faze, oh my goodness, just like that, 2 of them down on the ground. We got Shopper low in HP, and BTR, ZA Phobia is not letting them out of their sight.
The funny thing is, they are moving out. A lot of teams had their triggers ready, and they were shooting down at them, but they were able to evade it. We still have 1 player up for Faze Clan, but the challenge is, are they gonna be able to heal up as D plus Kia closes in on them and tries to secure that team elimination?
All right, Shopper is, of course, trying to hold on to this position. Okay, D plus Kia, they don't know where Shopper is exactly, but that was such a great shot coming from Shopper. Also, is currently knocked down on the ground, and now it's coming after Fabian. Okay, he did back out in the last minute, but that is because there is another team that would like to join into the mix, and Shopper just being careful not to get hit but by any stray bullets, you know, coming from any directions in this situation.
This is the risk that D plus Kia is willing to take, with Chips being prone up here at the top of the shed. He's providing the long-term view for his teammates that are sieging. But as we saw, PTR also had Faze Clan in their sights, but now Sam9 is joining in the mix. Sam9 actually knocking down one of the players from Bigetron, and that's a risk because of the bullets that they unload into Faze Clan, revealing their position.
So my prediction is out. Experts' prediction is out. You might win the first prediction here, Coach. Wow.
I don't want to jinx it, guys.
Let's not jinx it.
7-9 versus Bigetron still on the board.
Moment.
Yeah, D plus Kia actually really trying to flex on the other teams with the 3-1 position. They're seeing everything happen, but Null Blue is taken down. Sam9, 2 players are down, and things are not looking good for the dominant team Sem9. They entered the last zone with 4 members, and now they're down to 2. Faze Clan finally eliminated, with Chopper trying his best to extend their life here, and they are the 5th team out. Sem9 suffering from 2 knockdowns. Only 1 player is up, and D plus Kia and GLU holding on to that.
You know, I wonder, Coach Abby, because if you don't know, Zuxi actually came back to BTR, so I do wonder if he is playing at this moment. But anyway, D plus Kia right now suffering some losses here, but they were quick on their feet here. Now they're still trying to go up against GLU's squad here. KF doing his best to actually survive the fight, but unfortunately also just made sure that D plus Kia will be the ones emerging victorious from this altercation. But you know what? The fight is not over just yet, because Noel is still alive and kicking, although he is the last surviving member of his team. But you know what? It is getting intense already. We've got BTR throwing some nades up against Chiefs of D plus Kia, now executing a massive spray, and that's it for D plus Kia, another player out of the game.
Yes, and what a turn of events. They were the best chance. They had the best chance with 4 players, and now Sem9 is also eliminated along with the other teams that only had 1 player. So now we have D plus Kia and Bigetron by Vitality with the best chance with 2 players each, and the sole member from GLU just trying their best to evade attack. Bigetron really going in, sieging and securing that kill. But let's see what will happen right now. Even playing field with 2v2v1.
Yep, and you know, GLU obviously staying over to the west side of the circle here, coming from the mini-map. And then we've got BTR coming from the northern side, and D plus Kia, of course, will be coming from down south. So there is still space, of course, right in between all of this teams here. Let's see, we'll be making the first move. We do hear a lot of gunshots, but I think that's coming from BTR trying to take down Noel in the situation. But I feel like BTR, since they do have that high ground advantage, they're already managing 2 teams here.
They are, and then now they're choosing to relocate with their vehicles respectively. They are trying to push towards where the D plus Kia team is at, because they have a bit of cover here, and here we have the siege coming in, and that is Bigetron cure him down, and we only have 1 player from Bigetron. Is the siege gonna be worth it for him? D plus Kia holding on to their compound right there, evading that attack, and we have Nona singularly trying to secure that shed, and he is down again. Bigetron by Vitality is not going to be part of our last 2 teams.
2v1 situation. Let's see if Noel can actually pull off a miracle here, or maybe pull off a great clutch here up against D plus Kia. But we all know D plus Kia was able to secure a chicken dinner. When it comes to momentum,
and that is decreasing their probability of winning the match. But a lot of action ensued in the first part for Team Yangon. That's why they have 3 points. So again, the odds are not in their favor, but let's see what happens for the next few minutes.
Okay, Kent got knocked down by Paragene. We've got Noambon from BTR getting knocked down as well. Oh, and that goes, you know, like the rest of BTR getting eliminated, not just by D-Saver, but for exactly no. I mean, like, who's playing? Like, what's the lineup, you know, for the team? But as for BTR, we don't even know if Zuxi is playing or like if Indiralis is playing. But so far, let's see how this altercation is going to go down between BTR and Sem9. So far, we can see one of them really close with Sem9 and cooking up a nade here. Potentially could shut down at least one. But Sem9 has been getting some damage as well from behind. So there's another team just like within proximity here.
Yeah, this is very interesting with this ridge that we have. So Kent is right here trying to weave in and out, while on the other side of the map we have GLU and Claw also involved in some sort of gunfight. Again, the tricky part about PUBG Mobile is while you are worried about your someone close to you, someone from long range can also ruin the party for you, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Okay, BTR trying to boost up, potentially getting a fight or an altercation up against Claw here, but coming off the kill feed though, it's the Arena versus Vampire Esports, and I can say it's a fair fight, between the two teams here. We got Joker, however, down on the ground, NC2 with 1 point in the bag here, and we've got a player from Bigetron on his knees as we speak. We've got Phobia over here, cooking up a nade here. He just threw a nade up against the opposition, was able to inflict pain, but not enough to shut anyone down at the moment. We got Claw again, trying to battle it out with Fabiano Di Pasquia, trying to do a dance-off between this, a tree in front of them. So it's like a ring around the rosy here.
Yeah, that was such a great move right there for Di Pasquia, taking down one of the players from Claw. Again, Claw was also shooting bullets at Bigetron, and now they're facing Di Pasquia right in their face. So that's a really tough decision for Claw. Again, we have
that's actually the best decision right now for Sem9. But as for Vikings, they also managed to get a compound for themselves right down there in the middle of the circle. But anyway, we're gonna go back to that in just a while, because we got Claw here going head-to-head up against BTR. Although Pepeng is the last member here, trying to defend Claw.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's doing great so far. Unfortunately, again, it's overwhelming for him to handle, a team like BTR single-handedly. So it's gonna be tough. It's an obvious outcome, but still a great performance coming from Claw, which brings us down to 11 teams remaining here. And now we're looking at Vikings going up against Sem9, and we did call it out just moments ago that, this might not be the best of spot for Sem9.
The thing is, he really did his best right there, taking down or knocking down 2 points. It's a marvel that Di Pasquia is still alive with 4 players, with the number of altercations they've had with several different other teams, while Alpha 7 and the RRQ are trying to enjoy their moment of peace. But right now, I think they will have to come face to face with Nongshim Red Force on the south side of the circle. Di Pasquia with GLU right now, and RRQ is actually spoiling the fun for Alpha 7, like I called out a while ago. Now we have Di Pasquia and GLU facing each other, pretty spread out. There we have GLU, and Faze Clan right now is taking down members from Bigetron. So 2 players are up for Bigetron. Let's see if they can take one more player up and heal him up. But Faze Clan and Bigetron are really in a tight situation there with the planes.
And Alpha 7 also racking up some numbers, for themselves as well, going up against RQ. Di Pasquia now moving in like the predators that they are, making sure that they will be winning the fight here. A while ago in the previous match, they failed to secure a chicken dinner, but perhaps, this time around they could go for their 3rd chicken dinner of the night here. But let's see if they can actually get through Alpha 7 first before anything else. RQ, great shot coming from the par, and unfortunately though for Sem9, they exited the game empty-handed here. But we are expecting a strong comeback. And as for Alpha 7, they dominated RQ, eliminating them with only 1 point in the bag here. But the fight is not over just yet, because we still got Nongshim Red Force getting into the scene.
Yeah, this is the thing about that south side. We have 3 players tight, moving towards each other, and that's to be expected. Now, BTR is knocked down by Di Pasquia. I'm actually rooting for Faze Clan, because that's my prediction for you, Red Queen. I'm hoping you get that point right now, because Alter Ego is out of the equation. But yeah, we have Alpha 7 on the screen, moving in with Nongshim Red Force, and NS Red Force still with 4 players, while Alpha 7 only has 3 after that clash with RRQ. Let's see who gets to get in and get that safe spot down the south side.
Okay, here we go. Alpha 7, the defending champions for the Ruthless Invitational Showdown, going up against NS Red Force. We got Revo cooking up a nade here, throwing up against Alpha 7, but not hitting anyone just yet. We got Doc C. We got a doctor in the house right behind this big rock. Okay, just trying to keep Alpha 7 at bay here, just making sure it would be difficult for Alpha 7 to step into the zone here. So let's see if they can be successful in getting through Korea's NS Red Force.
Now we have Kent from Bigetron trying to find a safe spot for himself This is a team clash right here. We have Alpha 70 plus Kia and Faze Clan looking at each other, trying to avoid losing one more member, and we have D plus Kia all clumped down together with their vehicles right there in the middle of it all. Let's see if the leaders can be taken out of this match. And the zone is closing in with all the players trying to move in and get the spot again. It seems like the south side is getting their fair shot at having an advantage right now. D plus Kia eliminated by Faze.
You know what? From the map feed just moments ago, I feel like, the Vikings would go for that zone control situation here. E Arena getting shot at, NC2 knocked down on the ground. Same thing goes for 4, 5, 6, and a Red Force gaining that momentum over E Arena. They seem to be winning the fight here since they were able to put down a couple players coming from E Arena here. Let's see if E Arena can still effectively defend themselves, but Joker being the last remaining player here, man. Doxy just made sure there's no coming back from that one, and E Arena just got eliminated with no points whatsoever.
Well, they did try to extend their life there, trying to, again, keep quiet and let Nongshim pass, but that's it. That was it. Nongshim took them out, and they're free to loot the bodies right now. Again, over on the north side, we still have a late entry from Voin Donkey, which might be cause for concern for Nongshim. Again, they already sustained a lot of damage from the zone and also from that clash with E Arena. So that's everything that's happening on the north side of things. This is a very curious map that we have, very tight, and now it's shifted over on one side. This is the east side of that
A1 Esports is currently at. But it's a quiet time, right? There's a truce happening all around the kingdom of Miramar, but not for Vampire and BTR because this is about to go down.
Yeah, we know that vampires can show up because they were the champions for season 10. Alpha 7 was champion for season 9. So again, will there be another color that's going to be waved around because it's orange for the last 2 seasons for Ruthless? But here we have a clash between Bigetron and Vampire. Curem is down. Lazarus taking him down, but Lazarus is being attacked also as well by Nona. And we have Kent trying to peek and get sights of the attacking Vampire Esports team. So there's a lot of things that are happening all around and a lot of clashes that are bound to happen again with this zone shift. And Kent is trying to move in closer to where his teammates are, but the Vampire is seeking to spoil the fun as the zone starts to close in. We still have a few other teams that are trying to make their way into the zone. Again, still, everyone else is trying to secure a secure location for themselves. Nongshim is right here. Fourth Thrives is actually seeing where they are at, and the zone is coming in, creeping in. Let's see if everyone else can see or grab this opportunity that is presented to themselves. Okay, here we have Voin Donkey leading the pack, but also Fourth Thrives and Nongshim. Nongshim is crashing Bigetron's compound right now, and we see Beanie going head-to-head. Voin Donkey and Vampire Esports also in an altercation. TZ takes down 2 members of Bigetron. With 5 eliminations, they are dominating the rest of the crew here. We have Kent trying to make sure that he can clap back, but they already lost half of their team with that altercation with Nongshim Red Force. The Korean squad getting their momentum right after that very good game that they had where they placed third in match 3.
5 points in the bag now for the Korean team. Nongshim Red Force seems to be doing a great job here going up against their enemies, but XZY took a fall. Potato as well coming from Voin Donkey. From the kill feed, not doing great as well. Doxy needed to heal himself up to prepare for a battle because they're not out of the woods just yet. Fourth Thrives as well defending the compound. They're at the edge of the circle here, so it's a life and death situation, Coach Abby.
It is, and Nongshim actually losing 2 players as well. This is a great opportunity for Bigetron to level down the playing field. Bigetron with 1 player can't can he do it or can't he not? So that is one question that we have. Shotgun to the face. There we have it. Vitality, Bigetron by Vitality exiting and they're back to the lobby waiting for the next day and the next game to play.
12 teams remaining. D Savior still in play over here. Unfortunately, though, for TZ, been taken out of the equation here, but the fight is not over just yet for